Hello, everybody. This is Melinda with Prince Agency on behalf of the Prince Agency team, coming to you with some market updates. So if you're receiving this, it is because you are enrolled in an under 65-year-old health insurance plan through the individual market. And we wanted to get you some updates before this next enrollment season starts on November 1st. So starting off with increases that everybody is hearing about, right? So average increases for next year are estimated to be on average between 16 as much as 17% across the board with carriers. So that's not every plan, that is an average. But the other issue that comes into play is that tax credits that many people receive to help pay their premiums monthly, those are going to be changing fairly dramatically starting for next year as well. So the CARES Act, which was in place post-COVID, has been in place for about 5 years now, and that has, I'll say, artificially inflated the amount of tax credits that people were eligible for above and beyond what is normally available to us through the Affordable Care Act. That CARES Act will be ending December 31st of this year, and those tax credits currently are slated to go back to original Affordable Care Act levels, which means the amount that people are receiving is going to be reduced, as well as there is a limit of 400% of the federal poverty level on your income that people below that line would be eligible. People above that line will not be eligible for tax credits. So if you could prepare most readily for this next enrollment season by doing a few key things. One would be make sure that you've had the conversation with your family, your spouse on income. Come to a conclusion on what your best estimate on your income will be for next year. Consult with your financial advisor, consult with your accountant. If you're self-employed and you write certain things off where we just need your net income, make sure you've had those conversations ahead of time before your appointment so that when we get to that appointment, you've got a good estimate. And I need a breakdown, right? Not just the lump sum of, I think I'm going to make X amount of dollars next year in total. I need to know exactly where it's coming from. You guys have been through this probably with us before. If you're getting this email, you're already enrolled. You to somewhat know the drill, but we need to know, is some of it coming from a W-2 job and what's the name of the employer? Is it some of it coming from self-employment and what type of work do you do? Is somebody in the household receiving Social Security benefits and what's the amount of that they're receiving monthly, right? All of those things come into play. Are you making contributions to an IRA, to an HSA, things like that would reduce your taxable income? All of those things come into play, and that is often the thing that can consume the most time in an appointment. So if you could please have that nailed down before you get to that appointment, that will help tremendously. We need you all to be prepared for our appointment time frame. This coming enrollment season will be a little bit more limited. There's probably a lot more people that need help this year. And normally we've had an hour with people. We're trying to limit it to about 30 to at the most 45 minutes so that we have enough time to meet with everybody that needs help. So having that nailed down ahead of time can be a big help. Let's see, what else do we have here? Rescheduling. Sometimes people have in the past come to those appointments and either forgotten about it because maybe we scheduled it a year ahead of time, or come to the appointment and say, well, I forgot, I didn't have that conversation with my financial advisor yet. Do us a favor, try to get that done ahead of time. Look carefully for our emails that are coming out. You'll have a Google Calendar invitation that first came out when the appointment was scheduled, and then we have text notifications that will be going out this year. So please look for those. And of course, if you need to change anything, let us know. The sooner the better. It becomes very difficult to change appointments once we are in that enrollment season. They're almost all booked up, and there's no other place to move you to. Let's see, what else do I have? Silver plans. Those of you who had the benefits of being on a silver plan with cost sharing reduction. If your income still falls below that 250% of the federal poverty level estimated, you would still be eligible for those cost sharing reductions. But the premiums that are all going up, you might have those conversations ahead of time that if the premium were to get too high when we're in that appointment and quoting, what does my premium go up to for next year? If you've had the conversation in your household beforehand, if we need to move down to a bronze plan, as an example, to save money, but in exchange for that, we're going to have a much higher deductible or out-of-pocket costs. At least if you've had those conversations beforehand to know, like, here's the amount of income, or excuse me, here's the amount of premium we might be able to afford to keep the cost sharing reduction on a silver plan, or we can't go above this amount and we may have to think about moving to a bronze plan. Those kinds of conversations can help us make decisions more quickly when we're in those appointments as well. I think that's all I've got for now. Please give us a call if you've got any questions. A lot of you already have appointments already scheduled. If you've forgotten or don't remember, please reach out via email or phone to your agent, and we can confirm that you've either already got one and here's the date and time, or if you don't have one, let's get it on the calendar. So for myself, please utilize our Prince Agency email that starts with service@princeagencyllc.com. And I'm going to ask you to call Jeffrey's phone number if I'm your agent at 616-290-0154. He handles my calendar and emails and so forth to help us get you scheduled on time. If you are a client of Katie's, of course, use her email and her direct phone number at 616-290-0153. And for those of you who haven't had a chance to meet Anna yet, she is the newest member of our team, licensed agent, and she will be working as an assistant to both Katie and I this year. You may see her help complete applications if we run out of time in an appointment, all kinds of things she may be helping with. So if you talk to her, welcome her to our team. Thanks, everybody, and we are looking forward to seeing everybody soon. Take care. Bye-bye.